Hello, this is Fuzzy Wingman. I am back. Since I like these guys, they're gonna play again. But also, I realized I haven't given Grey Knights a try in this new edition, so I'd like to try out the Grey Knights. Yeah, I'm still kind of in the process of painting. There are models of completely new armies that I didn't even use in first edition that I just need to paint, and they'll be able to join. But again, I need to paint, and I've been focused on many other tasks lately. But a lot of things have been primed, so it's just more of some things I might just do quick, dirty paint jobs and get them on the field. Like terrain pieces, a lot very similar design, paint jobs to these. So camera ready. And I guess also I'd be happy to play with that with a friend. You can see from the side camera that these terrain pieces work well enough even with a friend. So anyway, jumping right into it. Today's mission is Duel of Wits. Oh wow, you just have to be within circle of an objective marker? Well, I guess that's how much of a... for when you control it too. Yeah, to do the whole gambit, one action point. And each time you perform gambit, you score a victory point. You have to control it, and only one control point can do that at a time, so... Boop, 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 boop. Alright, we're gonna roll off and decide who's the attacker and who's the defender. And because it's Grey Knights, Grey Dice. That's the Krak, who are military green, so green. Kriegers. They'll actually choose to be the attacker. That's usually a good thing. Yeah, because they can set up defensively to the Grey Knights, so they get to set up second, which is nice. So the defender gets to select the drop zone. And its corners. Oh! Oops. When setting up terrain and objectives and stuff, I didn't realize I had to set one up in the dead center. You're supposed to set up terrain, then set up the objectives, then terrain. Which means... Okay, so there's a door here. So you know what? Because they can go through the door. Oh, there's a door over here, too. Because I have this camera on that side. I'm gonna do a double check of how center it is, since I have at least markers over here. That looks pretty good. Yeah, totally missed that center objective on the mission. Whoopsies. Which is good that I have it like this, because now people can go in through doors, but I can always move a shipment container, and this camera can see them, so you can see some of the action in there. Since, obviously, now people can get blocked view-wise. Originally, I was just going to play it where no one was going to go under it, but now it's interesting. Oh, friendly operatives control more objective markers than enemy operatives. You score 2 victory points. Oh. But you don't have to necessarily perform gambit at each one to get... Ooh, this is actually interesting. Because Grey Knights can perform actions on here, but the Guardsmen can just drop people on objectives without actually performing Gambit, but if they have more people on objectives, they score 2 victory points at the end. Interesting. Alright, so Grey Knights can choose a corner. Oh, you can only perform the Gambit on a priority objective, and each target reveal step at the turning point, players will select one of the objective markers to be the priority objective. Okay, that makes sense. And it has to be square from the objective zone. So basically, the objective that's not in front of them can't be selected, but they can select any other objective to be the priority objective. Got it. The Grey Knights are kind of thinking about here, because they can get into there. Getting that would be easy. It becomes a problem with this one. Well, yep. And that objective is slightly problematic. This one, you barely count. Well, deployable cover, right. That's going to end up being a thing. But they don't mind. Yeah, they'll select this side. And that puts Guardsmen over there. Got the teams, got the tac ops. Set up barricades. Alright, so these guys could set up a barricade. And the line is from there to there, their deployment zone, so it's something like that. No, starting with defenders, right. The attackers are them, so defenders. Yeah, they'll put one here. Controlling that's still important, so they want to control it. These guys will put one over here, since they can't get on the objective, but they can at least make an objective a little bit more secure. And Grey Knights will get one over here. That basically makes this area very difficult to navigate. So you have to clamber and traverse over that, which reduces movement. All right. Deployment, starting with Grey Knights. Now I need to double check equipment. Okay, I was just verifying whether or not the heavy weapon could have gone the whole... Basically the same thing that other Space Marine chapters have for their heavy weapons, being able to kind of move and shoot. Well, they can't, so... Beep. So we up to that. He won't be in the cover yet. He'll have an engage order for now, since he could be someone who just sits here and shoots at anyone he sees. Anyone who dares go to at least that objective. I wonder if he could see this objective from there. He could, but anyone who's covered by that is going to be A-okay. Is mostly going to have no targets. But does mean they have to come to him to fight. And then, since it's like that, I'll put one of the force weapons over here. What are they? Yeah, just force weapon. That's what they call it. So he's going to be over here since he can go for that objective. Kind of just going down the line and just like getting him as close as he can. So that way he doesn't have to go around like that. But, you know, whatever. Right. That one will have a conceal order. You know what? He'll have an engage order. He could potentially... Oh, wait. Okay. He'll have the engage order since he's the one going over there. This guy will have a conceal order since he can just go through the door. And this guy, he'll have an engage order just in case he gets the opportunity to shoot something. Alright, Guardsmen. Whoop. Just knock things around, shall we? Yeah, this is a tough one. You know what? Conceal. Comms. Conceal. They can at least get orders to everyone. It kind of puts them out of the map, but you know what? That's okay. He's going to be here with an engage. Because it's not like he's going to be able to get to cover before these guys could probably shoot him. And Sniper will actually be back here with the conceal at the moment. Along with the spotter. Because they know someone's going to be coming up here and they might need to do some fighting. Does mean they've left that one kind of... Well, they left that one kind of open because there's so much heavy terrain they're going to have a hard time shooting down there. And there's that guy. He'll have conceal. You know what? There. Conceal. An objective is an objective. Sure, a Confidant with boltgun. Hell. Plasma. Then engage. We'll just be the medic who isn't. Remove quadrant bits. Alright, operatives and settings, scouting. Grey Knights are definitely a select dash. Or the recon one. But I'm now realizing that for these guys, they have that ploy which allows people to do a free dash as long as they're in the deployment zone. So doing the recon is kind of pointless, because they can do that for everyone instead. I think they're going to do infiltrate, because they can always change someone's... That allows them to at least, when they select a friendly operative to active, it could change its order. I don't think they're really going to, but, you know. So, yeah. Because of that, they get the initiative. But first, the Grey Knights do their free dash. I'll actually do him. Dash. Alrighty. So, initiative, them. Oh, that gets interesting. Oh, yeah, initiative, them. But first steps is ploys. Yeah, Guardsmen orders, and it doesn't cost to ploy. It doesn't cost any points. Move, 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 or take aim. They're not going to do move, move, move because they're not really making a charge for command points at the moment. They're a little defensive and might be a bit shooty. So they will do take aim. So strategic ploys that they're going to be using. Let's see here. It will be Into the Breach. The one that allows them to perform a free dash action, but must move closer to the enemy's drop zone. So the enemy's drop zone's over here, so they must move closer. You know, obviously what they're probably going to do. So free dash after they spend that command point. Dash. 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 And he's getting blocked by an operative. Dash? Oh. Part of his base is still being blocked even from him, so the conceal order is definitely important. And the sniper and the recon and those guys will stay there. So that's the free dashing. Now we go in. Oh yeah, Grey Knights will select a ploy, strategic ploy. And if they're making a charge move, they'll be able to go extra distance. So here, 1, 2, 3, 4. Beep. Yeah, and he's not getting there. So there's definitely no need for that. So there's definitely no need to select fight twice. But they will select Bolter Discipline, because then they can shoot twice. Oh, right. And now they select what will be priority objectives. Guardsmen select this one as a priority objective. And actually, I wonder... Well, Grey Knights will select this one as a priority objective. So, because Gambit can be used on a priority objective, this guy's going to make some moves. And they're going to activate this guy. 1, 2, 3. Oh, and his second action is to exhaust this objective. So that way they can get a victory point. Just he knows he's probably going to die now. Grey Knights will move. Move through the door. Dash. He's concealed. But he can see something. Oh, that heavy terrain. He can see some things, but he's not going to be able to do much. You can see him poking through the window, just right there. You can see. Alright. He's going to, for his third action, exhaust, get a victory point as well. And I just realized I needed to go through the faction tac ops and see if I needed to reveal something. Because I might have needed to. Let's see here. When does this one get revealed? They're not going to reveal that one. You can reveal any turning point. Well, they're not going to reveal that one now. Has to reveal after the first, so not revealing anything there. Grey Knights are not revealing that one. That one is just, it reveals when it happens after the first. So, the attack ops revealed anyway. Perfect. So we just continue moving right along. So now back to these guys. The Grey Knight, the Guardsmen realized they could just use one of their tactical assets right now and just go for it. Just because they might as well. This is not a bad time to use it. So they can use guided missile, from him shooting. Since it doesn't say this guy had to be activated, it just says use it for the purpose of drawing visibility, cover, and treat the friendly Guardsman as performing the shoot action. So I'm guessing that also determines obscured, but that's the thing. None of these list anything about using that to determine obscured, which is interesting. But in this case, doesn't matter. I think he does technically get cover, since part of his base is when you're drawing the cover line, since from there to there, it crosses this, and he's within one of it. So he's got the cover. But it's still guided missile. 4 attacks, 3s to hit. No reroll 1s because it is not operative. That got it's not a friendly operative that was active when the orders were given. So it couldn't get the orders. So that's 3 hits. AP 1, so he's going to be he's got defensive 3. Yeah, defense 3. He's going to auto-save one of them because there's no crit, so he can auto-deny one of these. He rolled a 1. Let's see here. Does he have... Let's see what his ploys are. If he's got something that can ignore damage. No, he doesn't. So, because the odds are good, he'll just spend a command point to re-roll that. There we go. That's why. Blocked 2 of those. And his damage he takes from the guided missile is 4 damage. So, if he unblocked the second one, he would have taken 8. So, it's not bad to have blocked it. He has 11 wounds, so he's now at 7. Geez, he would have been at 3 if he didn't, so not a bad idea to do that. Well, seeing as it's these guys' turn, let's see here. 1, 2, 3. He realizes he has to traverse that, which reduces his movement. Unless, can he fit through there? Kind of. Yeah, alright, so you have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, and then he would be within engagement range there. So he is doing his charge. He's just going through that little space. Yeah. So he's charged. Now he will fight. Gotta make sure I find the right guy, since he's got a hammer. So I will first roll his dice. 5 dice. 5 attacks. 4s to hit. Yeah. Oh, not lethal 5, so only the 6 is a crit. Now the Guardsman fighting back. Does classify as having a bayonet with his grenade launcher. So 3 attacks. 4s to hit. He's got 2 hits. So the hammer can't instantly kill. Okay. He's going to use the crit to strike. Because it has the word stun. And the reason why is the first time you strike with a critical hit, select one of your opponent's normal hits from that combat to be discarded. So he auto discards and strikes for 6 damage, which puts the Guardsman immediately at 1 wound. So the Guardsman's just going to apply a strike because it's all he can do at this point to do anything, due to the fact that if he parries, he still gets killed. So obviously we apply one of those and he's dead. And now for his third action, he's going to shoot plasma. Because, he could do that. So, Stormbolter. Oh, he can reroll any of the attack dice. Oh my god, with the Stormbolter. So 4 attacks on this guy. Yeah, since he can. 3s to hit. So far 3 hits, and he can reroll any of them, so let's reroll this one. And that's 4 hits. So yep, there we go, 4 hits. 3 defense dice. They'll auto put one into a pass because there's no crits there, so he's okay to do that. And yep, 5 up saves, so 2 more dice rolls of 5 up saves. Wow, he passed 2 of them. So he blocks 2. Oh, does he want to re-roll one of these? If he does, he'll not be injured if he succeeds. But if he doesn't succeed, he's still alive. He's just injured. He's going to take it. Boop. And this guy has done his actions. Since this guy's still around, well, they're actually going to switch this guy to a conceal order. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, dash. Sealed and hidden. He's not within the objective, but he can start laying down fire on people on the objective later. Alright, I never gave that guy an order. It would have been an engage order, so. I mean, I was checking this guy to see if he can. So he's not going to move just yet because he wants to see where that guy moves. Because he wants to try to get that. Granted, that's probably not going to happen now that I think about it. He's going to move. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna dash to here. Right, the guy has conceal order, so he can't shoot him, so. Anything he could shoot at. Well, heck no. So they're all on conceal orders. So for the third action, pass. Oh yeah, they have psychic powers. If he had cast Hammer Hand on himself, the hammer would have killed instantly. But he was trying to do 2 kills. So, using 2 actions for that. So, it was good. Now he's moved. They're going to activate Medic, who's going to make sure he's very well in cover for his first action. And second action, he's going to use the Medikit. And it's 2d3 lost wounds that he's going to apply to this guy. Jeez, that's 3. That's 2. That's 5 wounds. Which puts the guy back up to 6. So he really helped that guy's holes from the bolt gun. Yeah, this guy's probably going to get wiped from everything else over there. So, 1, 2, 3. Put something like that. Unfortunately, alright, let's back the truck up. Because 1, 2, 3. And he's trying to see if he can get a little bit there. Well, he'll just have to dash. Just enough. That will be the second action. Third action, firing into him. So he's got to go for it. So Stormbolter, 4 shots, 3s to hit. Get to reroll whatever he wants. So he's rerolling all that. It's thankfully relentless. Crit. Yeah, it's 3s to hit. Yep, so hit. So 3 hits and that. They will auto retain at least 1 success. Ooh, that's 2 fails. We'll reroll one of them because they want at least 1 regular. Oop, nope, couldn't get it. So he blocks 1 regular. So he takes a crit and a regular, which is 7 wounds, which is how much he was going to have anyway. So he's gone. I like how he's trying to make sure he could get 2 shots in if he needed to. Turns out he only needed 1, so that guy's gone. Well, funny enough, this is the time where they wish they had their ability to use it. They could have easily used Marked Airstrike now, but they've already done 1 tactical asset, so they can't do another. Sniper's gonna go. Actually, a spotter. Let's use that spotter's ability now, shall we? Mortar Barrage. It's unwieldy, so it takes 2 action points, but hey, he's not moving around, so he'll do it from there. Main target will be this guy. So, yeah, because there's no heavy terrain between them at all. Spotter is firing. Mortar Barrage is 5 attacks. Starting with him. Force to hit. Oh yeah. Can reroll ones, but in this case, no ones. And also, I used Guardsmen dice. And maybe that's why the roll was so crappy. The Grey Knight dice was like, hey, no. So, it's gonna be a hit there. No AP. Just Barrage, where he doesn't get cover saves, but he's out in the open. And then it's going to be Blast, so this guy's probably going to get hit. So anyway, the attack on him, he's got 3 defense dice. One of them needs to be a 3. Well, look at that. Armor prevails. Blast, just doing a double check. The next attack's going here, and I was just verifying that's the same number of attacks. And it is, 5 attacks. So, yeah, 5 attacks, 4 is to hit, so that's the only one that hits. He gets no rerolls. It's a crit this time. So 3 defense dice, he just needs one of these to be a 6. He doesn't, but he doesn't really care. Oh, wait. Can you use 2 regular saves to block a crit now I think about it? Oh, it's been so long. Yeah, 2 normals block a crit. Boop. Done. Barrage did nothing. Side cannon. Moves up a little bit more. Doesn't do anything else. Guardsman time. The sniper will shoot at that guy. I mean, he could see him, so... And the sniper didn't move, so the sniper can shoot with the silent. Long las is 4 attacks. 2's to hit, so with reroll 1s, this is really good for him. You know, we roll these. So, 3 hits, 2 regular, 1 crit. The crit instantly applies 3 mortal wounds, so it puts him to 2 wounds. Yeah, so no AP, but the thing is, he needs 2 regular saves and 1 critical save in this roll. Or, 2 critical saves and 1 regular save and blocks all of that and lives. So, no stopping him. Now, Overwatch can be selected. They'll say they've selected this dude who does nothing and passes. They'll do the smart thing. Actually, it just says you can select Overwatch. It doesn't say you have to, right? Because if he can, he's just going to not select Overwatch until he can. Or until he has a valid target. So that means they can't just try to... You can select a friendly operative as to perform a single Overwatch action. And once your opponent has activated all their operatives, firefight phase ends. So, the Grey Knights are not going to select anyone to do an Overwatch action due to the fact that there's no valid targets. But that means they're sitting there waiting for these ones, regardless if they go pass, pass, pass. None of these are doing anything. They were waiting for this guy to see what he does. Except this doesn't matter now. Because he's the final operative. So as soon as he goes, they're done. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, no. Second action. Dash. There he goes. He's within the objective. So, yeah, they got onto that objective. They can't overwatch because that's happened. End of turning point. You score victory points for whoever holds the most objectives. That will be Grey Knights because they hold this one, and this one. So they go up to 3. Now, was there anything to reveal at the end of a... Yes. Grey Knights reveal execution. At the end of any turning point in which more enemy operatives than friendly operatives were incapacitated during that turning point. Oh, yes, they did. So I have to do 2 or more turning points like that to score 1 victory point. So, but they've already at least triggered that and can go for more. So, other ones they can't reveal yet. And that one I think I have to reveal. Yeah. I already know Guardsmen have nothing to reveal. So, turn 2. Let's at least flip all these. Ready to be selected again. Yeah, the sneaky guy. All right. Who has the initiative? Guardsmen still, so that's good for them. We go command. Yeah, we go up by 1 command point. Yeah. And now we select ploys again. What will Grey Knights select? They actually want to see 1, 2, 3, 4. They do not need to give him an extra charge if he is able to successfully charge. They'll trigger Bolter Discipline again. Why not? Shoot twice if they can. Guardsmen orders. I guess they'll give take aim again because they got a sniper who could benefit from that. Well, they're thinking about... They're going to do clear the line. Each time a friendly veteran guardsman operative fights in combat, before rolling your attack dice for that combat, you retain one as a successful normal hit without rolling it. So, they suspect some melee could potentially happen. Or in the case of this guy, he might want to. So Guardsmen... Oh yeah, now we have to select which objective is the priority objective. Guardsmen are selecting this one. And Grey Knights are selecting center again. I don't know if that's again, but they're selecting center. So, Guardsmen start. They're going to actually activate this guy to... Yeah, they're going to activate him as a gauge order. First action, Gambit. Second action, 1, 2, 3. And he has no more actions. But he'll auto-successfully, he'll automatically have a normal success hit in his defense. He might die, though. We'll see what happens. Grey Knights. Oh, right. Tac Ops. Guardsmen are going to hold the line, because they can reveal that now. So they're trying to prevent Grey Knights from getting into their drop zone. And they're not going to have that one. They might as well reveal their other attack ops. It might not happen, but stand fast. You reveal this step of any turning point. At the end of any turning point, friendly operatives control 2 or more objectives, and friendly operatives control more objectives. I can score victory points. So they have to hold 2 objectives at least and more than the Grey Knights. I don't think they're going to get that, but if they might as well reveal it, they can at least score victory points if they happen to actually have that. As for the Grey Knights, they were going to reveal damage limitation. If any, they got to make sure no one gets incapacitated. Granted, they have someone saying here who could easily be incapacitated, but because Guardsmen specifically made sure they got that victory point first, they can now the Grey Knights can try to make sure he survives by having him charge this guy. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. For his second action, he's going to use his psychic power, Hammer Hand. Bum bum. That might help him kill this guy quickly. And now he attacks with the hammer. 5 attacks. Well, here's the thing. The reason why he activated Hammer Hand is because this is a crit. As soon as he applies it... Actually, does the Confidant have more health than a normal Guardsman? Nope. Confidant has 7 wounds, so... When he applies this, it normally would have been 6, but because of his Hammer Hand, which adds 1 damage to the first strike that he applies, it becomes 7 damage. So he instantly kills this guy before he can do anything. So poof, gone. And that was his third action. So now for Guardsmen, see, now they have to actually think about it. They need to be aggressive, otherwise they're not going to hold any objectives. They have a lot camping back there, and they managed to get that, but right now they only hold that objective, while these guys hold those. It's the question of, can they get... He's going over this terrain. Here's the one thing about this terrain. It's he's going to go 1, 2, and that's all he can move, because traversing a terrain reduces your movement by circle. He's gonna be on the move. 1, 2, dash. He's gonna stay, and he's gonna have the concealed order, but he's getting there to at least be out of view. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. At this point, oh wait, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, back him up a little bit. The reason is 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so yeah, he was. I was thinking if he can get a little bit further, so he could potentially shoot at that guy. Actually, he can, because he's within circle. So after he kills this guy in melee, he can actually shoot that guy. Because at that point, yes, he may have an engage order, but he's no longer in cover. because he's so close. So first he's gonna. So for his first, no, that was his first action was charge. Second action, he's just gonna melee. He's not gonna activate anything. He's not gonna hammer hand or anything. He's just gonna go. I forgot this guy has Pysbolt ammunition and a 2-up save for the battle. I really need to double check some of these things. For their equipment, because their equipment is super strong. Alright, so yeah, since he's the Justicar. Well, thankfully it didn't matter, but it turns out he has 2-up armor saves. Huh. So 5 attacks to this guy. 2s to hit. That's a cocked dice. So a crit and 3 regulars. Oh, yeah, no. It's lethal 5-up, so I was like, wait a minute. Guardsmen, he's got a power weapon himself. He'll auto-retain one of them as a success. Ooh, do Guardsmen orders apply to the Sergeant? Doesn't say it wouldn't apply to him. He's still a veteran Guardsman. He's visible to himself and within his self. So I'm going to say it applies to him. So anyway, 1 auto success. And 3 more attacks. 3s to hit. That's a crit. No, he's not going to reroll that. I mean, hell, their weapons are the same, so I can keep an eye on stats. So, since he's going to go first, he's actually just going to parry that one. So that way that guy... So if he does apply damage, he can only apply this one. And even if he decides to use this as a parry, these 2 will kill him. So he's going to apply a strike just to help reduce this guy's health, which is at 12 anyway. And goes down to 8 because he's got a power sword. And then the guy applies the rest of his strikes, which are enough to eviscerate this guy. And I'm going to do a double check, but I'm pretty sure he can shoot this guy because he's within circle. Yes, you're only in cover if you're more than circle from the active operative. Welp. You can't be in cover, so your engage order doesn't save you now. So as for the third action, he's firing it to that guy. With his Pysbolt ammunition. Woo! With the Stormbolter. Which are 4 shots, 2s to hit, reroll whatever I want to reroll, which is this one. But 3 hits and a crit. Whoo! Guardsman gets 3 saves, 3 5-up saves. He needs at least one of them to be a 6 to... Well, there we go. He blocks the 6. He blocks a regular. And he takes 2. Which, well, the Pysbolt adds 1, so 4 and 4 is dead. Alright, this round we had... I need to keep a track of who actually died. So far, 3 models have died. So I'm pretty sure they're going to have execution on this one. Ooh, boy. So that's resolved. Guardsmen. Oh, boy. The sniper... Can he even see this guy? No, he cannot see this guy because of the way things are. And Spotter can. Because he's worth the shot. Spotter is just going to do the Still looking at the wrong one. There we go. Mortar Barrage. Because all he needs is 1 to go through to kill this guy. So 5 attacks. Horse to hit, reroll 1s. Reroll 1s. I mean, 3 crits in a regular is devastating. And 3 3-ups, but I mean, honestly, if this guy rolls 3 6-ups, it's not going to save him. And yeah, I mean, no matter what he rolls, he goes. So, damage limitation not applied. That's all to avoid a yeah, basically all that was to avoid a victory point. And now, Grey Knights activate this guy. He's going to stay as Conceal Order, and he's going to do the Gambit on that one to gain them a victory point. And now, Guardsmen will, fire a sniper rifle into this guy. And it's their best opportunity. 4 attacks. 2s to hit, reroll 1s. And he gets a crit. 3 regulars. The crit auto applies mortal wounds 3, so now he's down to 5. And now this guy has 3 2-up saves because he's got 2-up armor. He'll spend a command point to reroll this one because, 2-up armor. Alright. So he blocks the crit, which doesn't really matter because it's the same strength as regulars. But he also blocks 2 regulars. So he only takes 1 regular, which does 3 more wounds, leaving him at 2 wounds. Also now realizing this guy is actually preventing the hold the line. They need to kill him to prevent stuffs. So now, Grey Knights will actually activate this guy, who's gonna just fight. Actually, let's see here. How far away is he from the objective? 1, 2, and I'll still put him within the objective range, even if he has to climb over the terrain. So, he will first activate Hammer Hand. So he's got Hammer Hand now active, so his first strike will be +1, so 5 attacks, 3s to hit. That's all he needed. Because as soon as he applies, since he gets to apply first, that'll become 7 damage. And let's look at that Bruiser, actually. This might... So you know what? I will roll the Bruiser's things, because I remember something... The Bruiser has some things. And Bruiser has some capabilities here. Equipment that I forget about. So first, let's roll that Trench Club. He will auto-retain one of his attacks to be an auto-hit because of his thing. And then roll 2 more. He's going to have at least that. So, okay. So, when they apply the crit, the Rosary will take an effect once per battle, and the resolve successful hit steps of a shooting attack or combat. You can ignore the damage inflicted on this operative from 1 attack dice. So he ignores that one. He's actually going to apply a strike, which will do 3 damage, to the guy who has 11 wounds, right? Yeah, so he has 8 left. And now, what this guy's going to do, he's going to apply that as a parry, block that, apply that as a strike, and that's when the Bruiser's capability kicks in. Once per turning point, when this operative fights in combat and they resolve successful hit steps of the combat, you can ignore the damage inflicted on it from one normal hit. So, boom. That Guardsman takes 0 damage and applies some. Even though he was not the one doing the fight first. So, there he goes. And this guy can't... Wait. Can he fall back now? I know you can't fall back if you, charged or shot. But what's the limiting... It can only perform this action if it's within engagement range. It can move within engagement range of enemy, but cannot finish the move. The operative following is this normal move. The operative cannot perform this, in which it performed the normal move or charge. Oh, wait. He applied Hammer Hand, which was 1 command action point. So, if he had 1 extra action point, then again, he didn't think he would still be in here. But that's interesting. He probably could have selected fight and then fell back. But because he did Hammer Hand as a second action, he can't. Or his first action, he can't. So, he's stuck there. He is stuck. Guardsman time. Ooh. They're first going to activate this guy and pass. Keep him on the objective. That leaves these guys with this guy. He will activate and pass because he's there and he wants to stay on an objective. Oh, well, either they activate their tactical asset now or this guy dares to take a shot. You know what? Guardsmen are going to activate that marked airstrike. They'd rather use that than the columns attempting to switch and potentially getting shot. So, well, not potentially. More of he shoots and then the round ends because there are no more active operatives. Marked airstrike. 5 attacks, 4s to hit. Reroll. Nope, can't reroll ones because it's the asset attacking, not the guardsman. So that's 3 regular attacks. Yep, no crits or anything like that. So 3 2-up saves for this Justicar, and 3 2-up saves made. So it does nothing. No one can overwatch because he can't see anyone. This guy will switch to an engage order. Does comms have any special equipment or anything? He can signal. And relay orders, but that's about it. So he's just going to fire his las gun. Pew, 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 pew. 4 shots, 4s to hit, reroll 1s. Reroll that 1. Hey, 2 regular and a crit. That crit might be all he needs. Defense dice of 3, so he needs some good dice here. Because no matter what, even though he's got 3 successes, he can't really block the crit. And he doesn't have any command points, so to do anything after that. So he takes it, and he dies. So they managed to kill another another Grey Knight. Alright, end of round. They don't have damage limitation for Grey Knights, but they do indeed have execution because they had to have more enemies incapacitated than they did. They might have had 2 Grey Knights go out, but they managed to kill 3 Guardsmen, which is enough for 1 more victory point. Guardsmen, because they killed this guy, actually managed to hold the line, which gets them 1 victory point. Guardsmen do not hold more command objectives than the Grey Knights, so they do not gain that victory point. And also, Grey Knights gain 2 victory points for mission objective, which gives them that. So now Grey Knights might be able to get damage security because, that's a lot. Alright, so command points go up by 1. There. Let's flip these tokens. And the dude that people can forget about. Alright, who's got the initiative this time? It's still Guardsmen. They have this initiative, but they haven't really been doing much with it. Any other cards? I mean, they might as well reveal it. They just know it's not going to happen. Central Control. At the end of any turning point, the total operatives in the center is greater. They can get it, but, Jesus. Are they going to be able to get that? Probably not. I mean, Grey Knights might as well reveal their other one, too. Protect assets, where if they kill 2 or more operatives that are within a circle of an objective, they get points, but they know that's not going to happen. Let's see here. What kind of ploys do they want to do? They can't do orders because both the Confidant and the leader are dead. You know what? They'll spend their command point on clear the line again. Because that guy's in melee. And Grey Knights are going to select the one... No, Grey Knights are not going to select a command... Because they have 1 command point left. They want to reserve that for rerolls. So... Guardsmen start. They're actually going to start with this guy attacking. So, auto-retain. One of them is a hit. And then he rolls 2 more. So he's going to have crit and irregular. And the Grey Knight will fight back. I gotta make sure I see that Bruiser. Yeah. And there we go. 5 attacks. 3's to hit. Lethal 5 up, so that's 3 crits and 2 regular. And this is where this Bruiser dies. The Bruiser will actually... You know what? He's going to auto-apply the crit. Because it does 3 damage. But more importantly, it's stun. Which discards one of these normal. But then, crit is going to be... Actually, do they want to apply a crit? They're going to take... They're just going to parry one of his attacks. Using their normal, they're going to parry. So he's going to apply another strike, since that's what he can do to put it at 2. But they apply a crit. Oh, and his it's the whole Bruiser ability allows for once per turning point. It's a new turning point, but it's for normal attacks. So crit, and he's far, far, far gone. He's into tiny, tiny pieces. So gone. Oh yeah, that was the Bruiser activating. So now he's going to activate, switch to a conceal order, and scoot onto the objective. Oh right, they were supposed to reveal the objectives that would be priority objectives that they could do the gambit. Guardsmen will have selected that one, because that was the one that they could potentially get. And Grey Knights were going to do this one. So he just goes to the objective and hides. So he at least is holding an objective. And now, Guardsmen. He's just got to move. 1, 2. Had to do only 2 because he jumped over that. So his next thing, he's going to go like that. He's going to remain concealed. Actually, slightly on that side because give room for someone else. So there he is. He's making his way towards here. They will activate this guy who's still concealed. And he, of course, does the gambit to get priority objective. He's just sitting there doing his job. Honestly, it's... we'll just pass. Pass. 1, 2... Scoot. 1, 2... Scoot. Oh, yeah, and he's switched back to conceal because there's really no need for him to be active. So, end of turn. Grey Knights get the final execution because they did that again. So they get that one. So, because they've done that, and this attack op completely exhausted, they got it. They also got their damage limitation for the first time. So that will stay. And Guardsmen actually get to hold the line for the second time, so they've exhausted that one. So that's good. They at least got that. They're still losing terribly. Because they're not on enough objectives. Especially because these guys own 2 objectives, which is 2 command points. Boom. 4th turn. I wonder who's going to win. He can't do much. They all go up to 2 command points. I don't even know what the Guardsmen could even select. So, for attack ops, that would help them. So, or ploys that would help them in this situation. So, well, first we gotta see who's got the initiative. This time, the Grey Knights. They really can't do much. Oh, right. First, we now need to select... The Grey Knights are actually going to select that one as priority objective, and Guardsmen are going to select that one. You know what? Grey Knights are actually doing the surprise thing. Switching this guy to an engage order. He's within 1 of this terrain piece, so... Oh, there he is. Actually, I know what ploy the... because they realized... As soon as they realized that was... They kind of looked at that before selecting ploys. They would have selected the ploy's bolter drill. Because they got someone here who can shoot now. So time for some shooting! So... No, right. Is there any psychic power to make... he can make their guns have no cover, but he doesn't care about that. So he's going to first shoot Spotter, because the Spotter's out in the open for him. First action, climb up there. Second action, just shoot into this guy, because he doesn't care about standing on the objective. Like, he might as well just eliminate. So he might as well make sure they can't get anyone onto this objective, really. So he's going to fire into that guy. 4 shots, 3's to hit. Relentless, so re-rolls. Okay. 2 crits and a regular. Gets his 3 defense dice. He needs 2 6s and a 5. He gets 1 5. He blocks it, and the 2 6s, dead. And now for his second shooting, this guy, because he's on a vantage point, so he can get someone who's treated them as an engage order and cover. Yeah, he can't use the Astral Aim now because, well, this is his final action anyway, so his final action is shooting this guy. 4 shots, 3's to hit, reroll whatever he wants to reroll, which is this one that's a miss, because this time 3 regulars, 1 crit. He'll auto-retain 1 save, and he will try to... Hey! He blocks. He blocks. And he doesn't have to care because he lives. With 1 wound, he lives. Now for the Guardsman's turn. 1 triangle. 2 triangles. So now he's gone 1 circle, 2 circle, 3 circle. And for his second action, he will do the command exhaust gambit. He's going to gain a victory point. Whoa, finally. Anyway, back to to Grey Knights. Pass. This guy's going to shoot into the Grey Knight because, he's not moving, so he can do from silent. He'll fire. Sniper is 4 shots, 2's to hit. 3's to hit because he's injured. Well, that sucks for him. It's 3 misses. Since he can't even get a reroll 1 because no command for that. So, I like how I was about to do 1 3-up armor save. 3 3-up armor. I'll spend a command point to reroll 1 of those. There we go. That was terrible dice rolling from both sides, but a reroll saved him from taking, no damage. From taking nothing. He would have survived that anyway. Grey Knights get to go again. Skip. Yeah, I wonder if they were like, could they move him over here? But I remembered heavy, so it doesn't do anything. I never got to see the side cannon shoot, but that's okay. There's a terrain heavy. He might have had it if he got up there, but, terrain heavy. And this guy's gonna pass. So end of turn. Did they get central control for Guardsmen? No. Did they get the TAC up where they control more objectives? No. Did they, who holds the most objectives at the end of this? Grey Knights. 2 victory points. Damage limitation applies again. So they've exhausted that one. Again there. Protect assets. Not going to happen. Done. That's the final turn, and it is 15-5. That was a crushing. They managed to get all objectives and hold the objectives. Guardsmen they needed to be super aggressive, and, they got aggressive enough and killed 2 Grey Knights who popped up on, who charged in this area. But the problem is, when they took too many losses killing those 2 Grey Knights. I mean, hell, the final guy that they got was all the way up there into their own deployment zone. Well, almost into their deployment zone. They had to hold the line to kill him. So they didn't do that well. But it was a fun game, and thank you very much for watching, and have a fabulous day, everybody.